What's up, everybody? Kimberly Flowers here, the visual branding expert. Super excited that you made it out for another episode of Beauty and the Brand. Thank you for watching every week, you guys. I love having you in my space. I hope that you have your coffee today. I hope that you have your tea or whatever it is that you love to drink, because today we're going to be talking all about dealing with the critics. Now, this is such an interesting topic. Why? Because there's critics in every bunch, and sometimes there is just a bunch of critics, right? Whenever you are trying to accomplish something, whenever you are on a journey to get to a destination, you can be rest assured that there will be critics, right? But the first thing that we need to understand is the difference between, someone who is giving you constructive criticism and the critics. The primary difference between the critic and constructive criticism is the intent of the person giving it. And that will come across in the attitude that they give it in. It will come across in the languaging that they present it in. Those are the differences. So usually someone who is giving constructive criticism is somebody who wants to see you win. And they want to see you do better, be better, and really, be the best version of yourself. That is what constructive criticism looks like. So, you'll be able to tell if somebody's giving you constructive criticism that wants to see you win, and then somebody who just always has something to say. Critics always have something to say. And that's the attitude really behind, a critic, is that they always are negative, really. They don't really say much positive things. They go right to the core. They try to cut you at the white meat, and they try to tear you down. The intent is really not even to build you up, it's to tear you down, right? And so they're not telling you, I think it would be a great idea if you tweak this and, made it better in this way. Nah, the critics are going to tell you, I hate that. I hate when you do that. Why do you always blah, 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 blah? They talk like that, right? It's this kind of negative feeling behind what they're telling you they don't like about what you're doing. And critics usually are, full-time in their approach, right? They just, that's just kind of how they're wired. So today we're going to be talking about how do you deal with that? Because the higher up you go, the more critics you have. And if somebody doesn't prepare you about the critics, then you might get to a place in your business career where you're, shining and doing amazing things, and the people that have been on the journey with you and they've seen you move up in the world, you think those people are going to be super happy for you, but you find out that some of them, not so much, right? So step number one, in dealing with critics, you need to understand that critics will always be there. They're not going anywhere. This is their full-time job. This is what they do. And, critics are also known, I like to call critics haters, right? And so haters hate. That's their job. That's what they have to do, right? Because, that's the only way they know to communicate. And when you're dealing with a lot of people, different people with different mindsets, whatever is in the mind of a person, whatever is in the heart of a person is like a volcano, and it just comes out. It just comes out. So if there's a lot of negativity in that person's, life, then they're going to try to pass that on to you. And so just recognize that there's always going to be haters, and you're going to have more haters the higher up that you get. So when you know this, you won't take it as personally, because you'll understand there's going to be far more people who love and appreciate you for what you do, for the service that you provide in this life. But as many people that love you, not everybody's going to love you. Not everybody's going to like what you do. Not everybody's going to appreciate how you add value to the world. And that's okay. Understand that there's always going to be haters, and that's okay. That's really okay. But it's your job to keep it moving, keep progressing, keep doing what you do well. The second step in dealing with critics is really to ignore them. Ignore them. You have to have a filter, a negativity filter, right? And so if you are dealing with people that are kind of constantly in your space, then I know that can be sometimes hard to do, to ignore the critics. But also, when you realize a person is a certain way, then you have certain expectations, right? We talked about reputation and how when you build a reputation for something, then you can be relied on to be consistent in that thing. So if somebody shows you that they can be relied on to be consistently negative, then again, it'll be easier for you not to take it as personally in your business or in your life. It'll be a lot easier to ignore that person because your expectation of that person is to spew negativity. So when they start doing it, it's time to walk away and you just continue on with the rest of your day. Or if it's online and you're getting some negative, critics online, then you just ever so gently block, those people or ignore them and continue doing the work that you are passionate about, the thing that you love, the thing that you're amazing at. And you will be a lot less stressed if you choose to ignore the critics. So the third thing that you can do to help you in dealing with critics is to really avoid negative people and even negative environments like the plague. If you see that a person has proven to be consistently negative, or you're surrounded in an atmosphere that is consistently negative, it is your job, for the sake of not only your business, but your life. Like, your life depends on you being able to willingly and intentionally get out of negativity at whatever means possible, right? I'm not telling you to harm anybody or anything like that, but I'm telling you to leave that situation as best that you can, because when your mind is bogged with negativity, it is truly hard for you to come up, even if you're a positive person and you're surrounded by a lot of negativity, a lot of negative people spewing negative things, then guess what? You're going to be affected by those things, whether or not you know it or believe it. You're affected by the negativity in your life. So whenever there's an opportunity in your life to intentionally get rid of the negativity, you need to make sure that you make that happen, because you get whatever you focus on in life. And when you get rid of the negativity, then there's more opportunity for you to focus on those things that are just and pure and lovely, the things that are lovely in your life, and the things that are positive about you and positive about the people around you. You'll get what you focus on. So that's why it's so important for you to really rid yourself of all kinds of, negativity that if it's possible. And where it's not possible, do your best to ignore the critics, right? Like we talked about earlier. So that's how you deal with critics. That's all I have for you today. I hope that you found this episode helpful. And if you have, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm Kimberly Flowers, and you've been watching Beauty and the Brand.